Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Project Zomboid. Picking up where we left off, just doing a little bit of inventory management. And today, I want to go over to the police station. I want to check that out. I want to set myself up more. Right now, I'm just going through flyers and revealing them on the map. This episode's a little longer than normal because you'll see at the end. You actually get 2 episodes. Or I should say, you'll see midway through. You should get 2 episodes. Needed to do 2 episodes today, so I just put it into one. Let's see, we already have the wandering zombies straggling up towards the lumberyard fence and gate. And I decided to park up close just in case there's a lot of loot. But, alright, now it's just taking the time and clearing the place out. Like I said, this is low pop. It's very easygoing for right now. Picking up the flyers. Free map markers is a free map reveal. I let this guy in just so he doesn't just break the door. And then I move on. And I go to disassemble all of the computers that I can, just to give my electrical a little bit of a boost. I got 7.5 currently, and you get, I think, 7.5 per computer, which is actually kind of huge. My guy's really not liking the fire gear costume, and I'm already tired and depressed, so the cells, I didn't even go back and check them. Figured there's really nothing back there. Just kind of surveying the area a little bit. And this area is darker than dark, so I said nope, and I left. And go check out the roof. It's weird that one's locked, but the other ones aren't. And disassemble the other computer. And I'm like, wait a minute. Because I swap out to the screwdriver, let me attach the axe to my back so it's on my hotkey. Now, the armory is locked up, or evidence room, whatever you want to call it. So I take the time and disassemble a couple more of the computers in the area. Water dispensers are very good. It's nice to get them later on, early on, because later when the water shuts off, you can have gallons and gallons and gallons of water already stored up if you get the jugs. I don't know if the dispenser itself purifies it or it just gets rid of it, and there I start using the reticle wheel. It is faster in some areas and not in others. So now I just go for a little drive throughout the city since I pretty much got without getting into the armory. So I'm just driving around looking at vehicles, checking out the population, kind of stirring up the zombies a little bit. And then I head out of town to the north, hopefully to pull some of them north. Past the checkpoint we cleared already, and I head back down. And there the truck actually dies. It just dies because the engine is not so hot. It's never been very healthy. Again, just surveying the neighborhood, looking for new things, looking for new vehicles, points of interest. Do my first heavy collision there with a tree. Gotta love that. Well, now I'm trying to behave myself and not smash into things. So I'm kind of feathering the throttle. Drive in, definitely gonna check that out. There's a gas station, do a couple laps, survey the area. And we get out and start a hacking. Kind of looks like I know what I'm doing sometimes. Always check the bodies. You never know when you're going to find a random spare key to a vehicle, or maybe even to the gas station. But this guy's kind of colorful, and he happens to be an employee to the said gas station, a fossil fuels fuel station. That guy has a Ketchum hat on, it looks like. It's just a trucker hat. The ice chest out front. That'll be a very good thing to pick up at a later date. Nothing really important behind the counter. Tons of food, which is what we really needed, is tons and tons of food. It's too dark to read the maps, but I'll take them with me and I'll look at them at a later date. So much food in this place. Medicine, painkillers per gas can. So good. Now I just try to dump as much as I can into the bed of the truck, so I am not weighed down as much. I'm like, alright, I came here for fuel. Let me go clear out the gas pumps. Some chips in the trash can? Why not? Oh, we found our first part of the tractor trailer mod that's installed. Big flatbed. I don't know if you can build. It'd be cool if you can build on that, but I know nothing about it. All I know is it's there. Grab the key to the place, just kind of surveying a little bit. Pop in the side, which is not really the best one. Box of nails and a crowbar. Golden. Box of nails, you need so much nails to put your planks on your windows and stuff to board them up. Get more and more stragglers, checking out the place. My emojis, or whatever you want to call them, up in the corner are really not looking good. There's a lot of bright red over there. So, make note of the flatbed trailer. So I'm like, let me just check this out. I actually found a key on the ground there. It's to the white one. I don't even bother going in it. The car looks really beat up. So we take it and we bounce. Like, let me get some fuel. Came all the way down here for fuel. Let me at least get fuel. Yep, was expecting that to happen. And it's crazy. I'm like, I have a tank, good enough. It's crazy that your field of view does actually shrink with your gear. Like, I have that cone in front of me right now. I don't even have headlights on, but I have that cone in front of me. It's very interesting how much your field of view changes. So, lock the door. Oh my god, wait, here comes the straggler. Let me just go and take care of him so he doesn't cause a nuisance later. Put the keys in the trucks, and then it's just big inventory management. Lots and lots of inventory management. So, get that all cleaned up, and then I might strip off, try to get myself at least most comfortable, and then head to bed. Next morning, I spent just constantly just cleaning, making myself just, I guess, presentable. Clean all the blood off myself, clean the blood off all my objects that I could, off the fire axe, off everything. So then I have this idea to just move base. I'm like, okay, maybe this place isn't the best. Doesn't really have long-term goals. So I'm like, alright, let me just grab all the food. That's very important. Everything I can. Everything I can is just gonna get back, shoved in the back of the truck. Like skill books, the generators, they're important, but not too important. And I'm glad I'm making this decision because you obviously see they broke down the one gate. So the wood may be indestructible because they don't see through it, so they don't really attack it. But the chain link fence, they obviously see through it, and yeah, they broke it down. So my safety net of this place got even smaller. So I'm like, it's definitely time to look for a new place to call shop. So we head south again. Almost smash a tree. I'm like, alright, since we're moving, let me check out the drive-in movie theater. Maybe there's a new car, a healthier truck, etc. I see that cube van, which I really set my eyes on. I'm like, oh wait, that Mustang already has a pull bar. So, can't see that, can't find it. And there's another one, there's a semi-truck. They are extra special because you can actually sleep in them. Like a good sleep because there is a bed in the back, a sleeper cab. Nothing in the Mustang. Truck's locked. Nothing at the bottom. You can't see past here because there's another high wood fence around it. So I kind of walk around, check out the screen, looking for keys on the ground, not really netting anything. The ambulance key, in all honesty, I should have switched, but the truck holds more. So I just threw the trauma bag in the back, and I'm like, you know what? Let me actually just put all my first aid into that trauma bag. Kind of organize the bed a little bit more. And then I start getting some visitors. Constantly trying to teach myself to, if you have the availability to do a 360, so you checking your back, checking your six, as they say. Nothing in a masonry van, which kind of stinks. Because you can actually access the back from in the driver's seat, and it actually holds more weight than a pickup truck, which is not strange, but strange. Bottom's pretty locked, so I'm like, I'm gonna just go check up top. Put the film projector. You can disassemble it, which is kind of weird. And then I don't know what's going off, but I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be around here for it, so we're out. I second guessed myself to picking up the Jimmy Bean water tanker slash gas fuel tanker. So down, adjust some audio, a little bit of audio there. This stuff is kind of weird, and I just hit the highway south. And those who know the map, it's heading down towards the military base. They added a bunker in Build Funky 42, and I'm like, oh, that'd be awesome. A nuclear bunker is amazing, and we'll clear it out. Almost flipped the truck right there. So I checked it out on another save that has 0 zombies on the map, and I couldn't even get in it. But I travel forever and ever on this. This map is huge, so I did a little blink cut there, just to cut me just flying down the highway footage is not really entertaining. And the truck decides to do its stall again. So here we are at the military housing. There's some trucks and some vans. Doing pretty good, Lots of vans. Decent looking cars. But then I start to realize that the amount of zombies in this area might be above my skill level quite a bit. So I'm like, alright, let me rip through the government housing of every house looking the same and see what we could find. Oh, there's a cop car with the tire off and a car jack. I believe we already have a car jack. A couple cars in driveway, what am I checking out? But a little bit too infested for my blood. So I'm like, alright, there's a gas station, a panel van, there's a van. Again, surveying, and I'm like, alright. Let me see if I can try to make like a base for myself. But I got out, realized I didn't have my gear on. Just took it off as I was uncomfortable. Like, let me park it here, and let me just try to hack my way through. But I messed up. Horrible. Because I'm backing into the unknown. Right now, I should have took off around the truck and just kited them in a circle. But I didn't. And you can guess what happens. I get locked in a stun animation. And Yuri G 1.0 bites the dust. 4 days, 8 hours, 141 zombies. Not that bad, but no use of crying about it. Let's get back into it. Here's the next character, a little bit of a tweak to its build a little bit. And on this map, I did change that zombies will respawn, but an insane amount of time has to pass. I think like 30 days or something like that, or 19 days has to pass without me being in the cell for 24 hours for that timer to start. You can get really particular with your settings, but I have it start out normal, and then it's low, and then it will ramp back up to the standard settings of normal or high at 30 days peak. And then after that, zombies kind of flatline. But I jump into a new character, actually play it smart, and immediately turn on the TV to start learning the cooking and the carpentry. I really want to try that. Only weapon we find is a tennis racket. So, even though we just kind of saw this recently, I'm going to do a little bit of a jumping. Check the garage next door. Didn't really find nothing, but in that shelf, found a lot. The pickaxe. I love the pickaxe. I don't know if it's the Minecrafter in me, but I love playing with the pickaxe. It seems to do so much damage, and the animations are really cool. Bailed there, found the key. Sneaking around the neighborhood, looking for this and that. I'm like, alright, here's a pickup truck, but I hear something in the woods. I just one swing uppercut. Go over, check this house in the garage, find a generator, and I guess it was a bachelor or wedding because I get an influx of zombies coming out, or a prom or something. Just keep pouring out of the window there. Sneaking in the house, checking the bookshelf before I check the house. Not really smart. Take out the guy trying to get out of the house. I'm not really gonna take the dead rat food. Get jump scared as I walk out by another zombie. Head back in the neighborhood, checking garages, looking for this and that. Found a key ring with just added to mine, but it actually has a car key. I'm like, all right, I mean, hop back out here, and boom, very nice looking car. I try to pull these two zombies one by one, just so I don't have to deal with them getting in the car. Take care of her. She's fine. Head on up. All right, he's walking away. I just jump in the front, hit the gas, and boom, fires right up. And it is almost 3/4 tanks of gas. That is amazing. This car's in great condition. I see an ambulance, and I immediately start getting like really, really happy for a trauma bag. But I'm like, no, there is way too much there for me to take on. It's time just to move on. Now, in this playthrough, I want to try to make the fire station my main base. My really main base. Has a water dispenser already. It has a 2-stall garage. It has 2 stories. You can wall off the first and just rope sling out of the top one. So then I decide, all right, let me try to clear out some of this. Back the car down the road farther. Try to get most of them to filter out a little bit. Turn the key off. Take a deep breath and let the pickaxe go to work. Check through the freeze. I'm like, all right, let me hop the fence and clear it up. Always gotta switch out gear for better gear when I find it. I might hear one. Ooh, there's one with the fire hat. Okay. Gotta have the fire hat. I'm like, alright, I cleared out quite a bit. So let me go down to the trunk, do some inventory management, and then pull the car up. So I'm like, alright, we park by the front door, so I can bail in the building or out of the building. I'm like, oh crap, left the car running. Try to get back in the car, and the game crashed. Get back in, jump in the car, figure the zombie's right on my tail. Nothing. All of them on the ground, minus the ones above the fence, despawned. Don't ask me how, don't ask me why, but they did. So then we just go through the standard clearing out the firehouse again. Crowbar I left, put the gloves on. It's never a bad thing. I did put it, eventually go back for it and put it in my sling. I'm like, alright, I hear something. Another firefighter zombie. Get rid of her. She has a jacket. I could put it on. The condition on it is trash, so it's not really worth it. Just checking around. Knee pads. Doesn't help to find a fire axe. Perfect. New pants. New helmet. More fire axes. More fire axes. Just fire axes everywhere. There's nails in those trash cans. Need to keep that in mind. Alcohol bottles is kind of like literally it's the medical area. Then we got the laundry area. Nothing in there, nothing going on. Oh my god, let me check upstairs, make sure this is all clean up here. Bang on some doors. Nothing, and more nothing. Found a sports drink bar. Water bottle and a granola bar. So at least we got the water container licked now. some skill books, nice big kitchen, storage. It has a TV. I tune it, boom, woodcraft. Yes, it's an hour and a half late, but it starts right as I tune to it. And if you want to read what he says, yeah, it's a very interesting character, the woodcrafter guy. It's kind of doing a survey of what's doing and putting some of my fresh food in there because the power is still on. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I heard something. Oh, zombie got in, and my other window's broke. I'm like, alright. Just go to the garage, see if I hear it moving. Get almost jump scared and nabbed again. I'm like, alright, let me fill up the water. Fill up that sports drink. I'm like, wait a minute. Knee pad, I'm not even wearing both of them. So there we go. My God, there's a guy down there. Survey the area. I'm like, alright, we have a good amount, but not everything. So let's go for a ride. Oh, I'm like, hey, don't break my door. I need my door. Keep my door there. The trigger to get in a vehicle, I still haven't really got a good knack for. But so I'm like, alright, let me go down, check out the gas station. I'm like, I immediately start looking for nails. So I'm like, alright, let me stop here. Let's see if the construction site actually has nails. It doesn't. Kind of a blast from the past here of 10 minutes ago. I'm like, oh, food. Soda. You know, grabbing some food. I'm like, okay, I'll take the uncooked food because I am going to have a refrigerator and stuff. A couple magazines and literature for my boredom. I threw stuff on the ground by accident. I'm like, alright, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this place. Let's just head south. See what we can find. Survey, just looking around. I'm like, alright, let's just bail. I'm not even going to shut the gate. Screw that gate. Zombies in the road, cars in the road. I'm like, ooh. Hospital. And there's a guy walking with a trauma bag. I'm like, alright, so what do we do here? What do we do? What do we do? I'm like, I'm trying to gather them up, at least in a line. So I'm like, alright, turn the car off. Just do it the old manual way. I got no negative effects on me right now, minus panic. So, keep doing 360s. Gotta do those 360s. Keep your six clear. Hack the guy when I want to hack. Trauma bag. Instantly put it on my back. And just start loading the stuff on the ground and putting stuff away that I need to. Like nothing. I'm like, oh, another guy comes to play. Do a 360. Take him out. A patient on a hospital gown. Unfortunate. The zombie seems a little tougher. But I'm also getting hungry, so I'm actually weaker. I'm like, alright, take that. And I'm like, you know what? Give me this. We're going to run back. We're going to put this into the trunk. Throw all we can into the trauma bag of first aid, so everything's kind of organized again. Start the car up. You see, there was zombies starting to come my way. I'm like, let me go check out the drive-in first. Go from there. A couple interesting, and I'm like, ooh, a cube truck. But I instantly see the key on the ground, and I want that key. And this leads over to the station wagon. I think mine actually has more trunk space, which is weird. Or that I just clicked on the wrong thing. Cube truck, which is what I kind of want, doesn't have anything to offer. So I'm like, all right, let me kind of do some 360s here, survey the area, head down to this truck down here and see what I can find. In the glove box was the key. And we have a giant cube truck, but the fuel tank is a little bone dry. So I'm gonna back it up here. I might keep that for an earlier date. My God, I'm gonna go check out this car. This car almost has a full tank of gas, which is insane. My God, let me go around, clear up the area a little bit. Take an actually good look at this cube truck. It has 500 carrying capacity in the back. Crazy. So my guy, I definitely want that cube truck. Just need to somehow get fuel, find a gas can, find water bottles, something. So my guy, mental note, definitely coming back. I'm just gonna leave that alone for now. Scoop past them. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Hit the tree. I'm like, let's go down to a gas station. Gas station probably has a spare fuel tank. Then I see even more goodies that I want, like a semi-truck, a container truck, and a tanker truck. And like a tanker trailer. I'm like, okay, this is a little bit more than I wanted to handle. So I'm like, let me do something. I'm like, you know what? I'm contemplating it, thinking about it, thinking about it, thinking about it. And I'm like, you know what? You know what? Let's just GTA this stuff and just do as best I can and just run it over with the car. I'm trying to avoid impacts with the front. Because it's just, obviously it will save the engine. Yeah, I literally just spend a couple minutes and just... I clear out this whole place with the car. Like, how many I killed with the front? And it, like, 2, 3, and it's, like, smashed in. And I killed how many with the back? And there's barely anything showing. Almost hit the gas pumps there. I don't know if they explode if you do that. It would definitely be a nice realism if it did. Like, I know there's a guy in the field here. Let me go take care of him. I'm like, alright, that's a pretty good clear. Keyring! I'm like, cool. Let me go see if I can grab stuff. Even though you just saw me clear this place out, here I am again. And the truck is locked. I was so disappointed. Looks pretty clear on the inside. I did find the key to this building again. Now, I was hoping to be like the last time I was literally just here with the last character, that I would have a spare gas can, but no go. I did find a map for March Ridge, though, and that is the military housing where I just died. And so I pick up the map, I survey it, I'm like, no thanks. I'm looking at this transfer liquids menu, just seeing how it is. A little bit of a panic there because I couldn't see the cancel button to get it off my screen. So I'm like, alright, it's getting like super dark, really hard to see. So I'm gonna lock everything, eat something, drink something. Actually, I start dumping all of the spare water bottles I have out because I'm like, you know what? That's gonna be the ticket to get some fuel into that truck, at least to get it over here to the gas station. Don't ask me why I just didn't sleep there. I should have just slept there in the car. But I didn't. I don't know why. I'm like, alright, let me park this up here so I can do as fast as I can fuel transfer. siphon, and I actually siphon. And I take the fuel out by accident. All this time, keeping my ears really peeled. I don't want to get side attacked. I'm like, alright, I can hit both. If I get close enough, I can hit both triggers, so I really don't have to overcome it myself. I literally drag from one trunk to the next. It is very convenient, actually. I'm like, alright, I need to do that myself, though. You have to take a storage unit out. Plastic bags. I'm like, yeah, we're not. I'll deal with them later. I'm like, alright, so the car is cool. I'm gonna leave that there. Probably be back for it. Or the other one. And I'm like, how do you... Like, oh yeah, the quick menu. That's how you sleep. I'm like, alright, let me set an alarm. And sleep in the truck. Wish it was the rig with the sleeper cab, but no such luck. I'm like, oh, here I notice, I'm like, oh, the back's open. That can't be good. And just running over those corpses, you see how tipsy this thing is? Which makes sense, it's a very high-body, narrow wheelbase truck, but still. And I have neck pain from sleeping in a truck. I'm like, alright, let me hop out here, close the back, survey the area. It'd be nice if you could, like, set the fuel to fill and then just, like, walk away. Like you can in real life. I'm like, alright, fill from the pump. And as expected, this thing takes a while. Thought I heard something. I keep hearing an alarm go off right now. I'm literally trying to figure it out where it's coming from. It's not from me. It's from something. I'm dropping stuff. I'm smashing stuff. I think it's from this guy on his digital watch. So he did kind of warn me that he was coming. And I'm back to fueling. Heard another one coming from around the corner. Not good. Hop in, we have almost 3/4 of a tank. I'm like, alright, screw it. Let's just do it. Let's just fill it up. Now, I wonder if I use the rope, if I can tow this rig. I'll have to find out in a later episode. But now I just go for the dumb decision of smashing the window and finding no key and being disappointed. And I'm like, alright, it's time to clear this entire place out, which you saw me do already. So I'm just going to jump cut it here to when it's done. Alright, all loaded up in the back, close the back to base we go. I'm already thinking about my plan of putting barricades on the windows. A little bit tough to navigate. Definitely slowing down for the turns. Don't want to flop it. Back to the police station we are. Get off my lawn. And I'm like, alright, I know this ain't gonna fit, but let me try. Boom, hits the bed. I'm like, oh, it's so disappointing. But let me see if I can, like, back the tailgate up to it so I can empty it easier. But no moss, didn't work out. I'm like, alright, now that this place is, let me run around here, make sure everything's clear. Eat some food, get myself nice and healthy, because now it's going to be the painstaking task of moving everything. I look at the time, and I'm like, alright, let me tune back in, catch a quick show. Hopefully The carpentry show also. Okay, I'm just going to leave that on and be done with it. All right, let me organize, move my skill books over, waiting for the carpentry. I don't know if you have to be standing in front of the television to recognize it. I don't know, but I am anyway. Then I'm like, I hear something. And I'm like, okay, I can't see nothing, so I gotta move the truck. And just me moving it happened to bust that guy. I'm like, alright, let me put it here. Wait, no, that's gonna block. There'll probably be one in a little crevice and it will jump me, so I'm like, you know what? This is fine. We're just gonna leave it here, and then we're gonna start with this whole grab everything and move it upstairs. Good amount of food. I have to admit, very good amount of food. So I have that rope material. I wonder if I can use that as a tow rope. Put that over, put the single sheet I have over that window to stop zombies from coming down. And there's a woman here trying to get in. End her misery, and then go back to moving my loot. I do second guess myself there, keeping a trauma bag in the back of the truck, but judging how easy that is to tip, that is not going to be my number one go-to vehicle. I'm going to have to try to find something else. The semi-truck, a Mustang that you could put like spikes on the front and stuff would be really ideal. Make it look like Mad Maxi, but don't have one of those. So I just throw it on the ground there. Link that room for now. I will eventually divvy it down to where it needs to go in the medical room. But for now, is what it is. Oh my god, let me switch out my pickaxe for a fire axe, just in case I gotta go outside and dismantle from furniture and trees. Right now, I'm literally looking for sheets to hang on the windows. But I think I want to end it there for this episode, and that's going to be it. New character, old one died, tragic. But yep, I'm just going to sit in the bed and relax and catch you all in the next one.